Let's get straight in, let's get cracking. So first up, we have Ian Clevitt with his talk about how well your website is working.
Hi guys, how are you all doing? I'm so excited to be here actually. I've been ready to come here for about 3 weeks. This is such a privilege, you know. I started using WordPress right back when I was working for Apple, and back then it was just a blogging tool. But I thought other things, you know, there was a post type you could do back then, which was really cryptic, but now everyone uses it as a WordPress site. So my talk today is about how well is your WordPress website working for you. And now this relates to just a show of hands. Any freelancers in the room, put your hand up. Grand, okay, let's go for agency owners. Grand, okay. Now business owners. Wow, okay. Now, well, the good news is that this talk actually relates to all of you, so don't worry. Okay, and any Q&As at the end, please leave to the end. Okay, so the first slide, when this thing works, right? Okay, so slide 2. Now, first let's start with this question, and I want you to be honest with yourselves here. When your customer, you know, how often are you updating your website? And this goes for all of us. You can see here every 2 years. Many companies, businesses in the room probably go to their agency once a year or their provider and go, yeah, that's done for another 2 years. And that's it. Every year, every 6 months, every month. Show of hands here, every week. Who updates their website every week? Almost. Okay.
Sorry, I have a question. What's your meaning about the updating website? Updating just content, problems, or completely more like bigger changes?
What is a big change? What's a small change? Any value you put on your website, any small change could be the biggest value to someone else. Small, big,
So
anything.
Asking, for example, the promise to the shortcut, that means we are changing website daily.
Maybe. But some people in this room won't be doing it daily, definitely. So, anyway, thank you. So, look, does everyone understand? Now, if I was going to say, at Zeal, what we do is, when we first started out, we were working in the business all the time. We never had time for an agency, you know, for us as self-employed to work and build up our own company. Like, does everyone here work on their own? Does anyone work on their business in this room? Like, how long does it take? How many hours do you spend a week working on your business? Like, what we do at Zeal is we actually cut the cord and we said, no, you know, 1 day a week on a Friday, when we're never releasing the websites anyway, we said we're going to have a Zeal My Friday. We even made a Spotify playlist and shared it out for everyone. Now, the reason for that is we were able to look at price points. How much are we charging customers? Our customer service, what are we actually doing for our clients? And then we were going to look at operations, how your team works together, and sales funnels, most importantly. These guys are updating all the time, like lead pages and stuff. We need to keep up with the sales funnels. People are getting different. People don't want to be, you know, confused by offerings. We need to get it so simple now, so we need to stay up with that. Now, so branding. The first thing is always going to be about branding on a website, right? And how that's performing for you. Offerings are not in line with the content, and the products and services we are trying to promote can lead to decrease in sales big time. No clear branding makes you look untrustworthy. That's a given, right? I think we all agree with that, yeah? You know, take this tagline, for example. I think we see it all around. If you drive on the M50, you'll see it 50 million times. For all your something needs. So what? You know what? That tagline, come on, it's great, but everyone says that. And it's probably the first starting tagline everyone resorts to. You know, it's used in 40 different countries around the world in different languages. Come on, think outside the box. Like, if your business is that tagline, change it now, today. I guarantee you'll get more sales from that and people will feel more about your business. What if your tagline made an offer that nobody could refuse? Would people think differently about who you are? Think about it again. You know, nothing puts people off more than dated brands, not being consistent, you know, not feeling, you know, it just screams untrustworthy. So certain colours and fonts, you know, a lot of designers and developers in the room will understand that the positive of green, you understand that feels positive. Zeal means zest, energy, ambition and love for us. That's what we're about. I have 5 children and a wife. My children are here today. I educate them all the time. I take them to events, you know, that's what we're about. Our culture is that. I want them to learn what we're doing. So, think mobile first. Now, this is a very New Yorky thing. and it's kind of coming over to the UK, and eventually it will hit Ireland before it's too late and we'll be on something else by then. Thinking mobile first, whenever I build a website, I've always developed mobile first, and it still frustrates me to see that agencies out there and clients are selling these things separately, which is I haven't got a problem with, but they work on desktop first. Guys, come on. Like, mobile is where it's at, and it will be. It's getting bigger and bigger and bigger, yet we get lazy and we develop with desktop. You know, if you go to IKEA on their mobile device, it's beautiful. It feels like when when your wife or your husband are sitting in bed and they're in bed doing it. Haven't got their desktop computer or laptop there sitting going, I love that couch. You know, you need to do it on mobile. Think about a different experience completely when you're designing. It has to be totally different. So, speed up your site. Now, this is a funny thing, right? I guess there's a lot of things that go into this, what kind of server or hosting package you've got. But there are really cool tools out there, like if your site is slow, a huge turn off to a potential client is a slow loading site, especially from the people they're going to buy the site from. If your actual front-facing website as an agency or a business is slow, they're never going to buy from you because they'll think, well, if their site's slow, guess what? Our site's going to be slow too. Believe it or not, that's how it happens. So, guess what? The best ones I strongly recommend would be WP Rocket. It's a pay-for plugin, but very good, and Redis Object Cache orientated. Now, these take a bit of time to get used to, but they're very, very good. One often question I'm asked is, this site has 50,000 products. WooCommerce can't handle that. WordPress can't handle that. You have to use Magento. Wrong. We have proof here. We recently just launched a website. Look at the products. Oh, not bad. I thought you said Magento could only do that. So we have a live sync with a store that has probably a bit more products than that now. When I last did this 3 weeks ago, they're constantly adding in the back of their store. They have 13 tills in the shop. That is a live sync every 5 seconds. You're telling me that WooCommerce couldn't do it? It's just excuses, guys. If people were giving you saying WooCommerce can't do it, it's an excuse. We were able to achieve that. You know, the average page time is 8 seconds and 19 seconds and a 3G connection. We're getting 5.9. It's absolutely possible. Just, there are plugins out there that can do that job. So, content is king, as Kitely put, as the Bill Gates, owner of Apple and Microsoft. Brilliant man. It's highly likely that your website copy is putting people off. Guys, look at your branding, look at your copy. Seriously, if you're not comfortable writing content, go on something like Upwork, freelancers. There are people out there that would love this sort of thing, and they're ready to work with you, all right? So can't complain enough. Images being poor, you know the ones. You go to stock sites and you're like, I just read that on a blog post. It's the same picture. You work in New York, do you? I thought you said you were in Dublin. So many skylines and different cities and stuff, and yet we're based in Ireland. Sort that out immediately. Like, get some personalised photos. Look at your stock. Look at what you've done on Instagram. Look at on Facebook. Add them to your site. Add them to your messaging. Add them to your branding. Add them to your marketing campaigns. Because you know what? People feel something then when they see the realism of that. Okay? Right. Messages, me, call me, and now. And now this is funny, right? This has all come back to offer. Zendesk and stuff like that. People, for a time, hated the chatbots. Now people expect the chatbots. If you go onto 3, if you go onto Vodafone, anything, they're down there, they're ready. And I can't be bothered to speak to Vodafone. I'd rather just talk to the chat box. Everyone else is like that now, it's how it works. Make sure these guys are installed. And if you haven't got a budget of €14 a month, you can do the Facebook one straight to your page for free. Very quickly, and there are Facebook plugins all over the place for this. Very good to get in, and it can boost your conversion by 30% straight away by having that. Really look into that. So, wait, you're not even on Google. So, hands up who knows Google My Business. Hands up if they've got clients, if you're an agency, that never knew about this. If you're a business owner, you don't know about it. So you all know about it. That's fair enough. Okay, this is a free tool that will get you immediately on Google, linked and set up. This is some of the most powerful search results you can get organically. We once went to a customer and they were listing someone else's business for their own business. It was really confusing. They had another company set up, and we changed that, and immediately their business started to grow. unreal. This is a free service. Go to Google My Business, you get your company listed, and it's, you know what, it's got even an area for tagging. It's like free AdWords. You can put business cards, you can put anything your services offer, a chain of them, and you will appear in that search area for that result. So, just to recap of what we've gone through today, I could go on all day about these things, obviously, but I'm up to time. So, we spoke about branding, being mobile first, the speed of your site. I've just proven today that WooCommerce can overcome anything, and it's getting better and better, and it always will. Images, very important. Content is king. Easy to contact you. Can they contact you? Can I go on an agency site today and contact them and get a quote today? Google My Business listing, probably one of the fundamental things you need before setting up a business. Now, I'm Ian, thank you very much, and I'm from Zeal Creative. Please follow me and like me and hashtag the hell out of WordCamp Dublin. Let's get this going every year. Thank you very much.